Hi guys, so I'm back with a new video and let's talk about a TV show. That's right, I'm back with a new pilot review. It's been like a year since I've done one of these, but yeah, I feel like I haven't really been watching anything new. Like, I've been watching new shows, but they are old shows. It just shows that I didn't have the chance to watch before, like, you know, that I've watched Mr. Mercedes, but yeah, that is kind of old. And so I haven't really done one of these for a while, but there's a new show that premiered yesterday, as of like filming this, on Netflix, and yeah, I decided to review the first episode and only the first episode, and yeah, I'm talking about Hollywood. So if you don't know what Hollywood is about, it's basically about a group of aspiring actors in Hollywood, obviously, post World War II, and what they have to do to really make it. And yeah, you know, it's hard to make it in the Hollywood world, and yeah, they have to do some crazy stuff to make it, and the show, I think, revolves around that. We are not pretty sure because the first episode only really follows one character, but yeah, I'll get into that in a minute. So this show stars Darren Criss, Holland Taylor, Dylan McDermott, James Parsons, and personally the reason why I wanted to watch this show, Samara Weaving. I really liked her in Ready or Not, and I think she's kind of underrated. Now I think people are starting to pay attention to her after Ready or Not, and yeah, I'm kind of basic. But yeah, as soon as she was announced for the show, I decided that I wanted to watch it. Plus, this is a Ryan Murphy show, and I watch pretty much anything he does. I watch American Horror Story, I've watched American Crime Story, 911, so I usually like his stuff, and so I decided to watch this one as well. As I said before, this is a Netflix show and it's categorized as a limited series, so as of now it's just one season with 7 episodes, pretty easy to watch, and it's categorized as historic, but I wouldn't necessarily say it is historic. It has like the retro vibes because of the Hollywood scenario, but yeah. Now that I gave you a rundown of the show, let's get into my actual thoughts. I would say this is a true Ryan Murphy show. If you're familiar with this stuff, you know that he likes to be a bit extra, and his shows are a bit out there, like American Horror Story. Obviously, American Crime Story also has the same like retro vibes as this one, and this also pulls a bit from 911 because 911 is a really character-centered show, and based on this first episode, I would say this show also relies a lot on character and character development. And so yeah, this is a pretty true Ryan Murphy show. What I liked most about this first episode was that it's light and fun without being like a comedy. I'm not really a big fan of your typical comedies, but this was pretty like good and a feel-good show. As I said, light, and it's not always like making a joke, it's just light. As I said before, I love the atmosphere, the setting, the costumes, the acting, like the whole theatrics thing is really good. Although we didn't really see much of all the characters and actors that I've mentioned before, in this first episode we basically only follow David Corenswet. I hope I'm saying his name right. Probably not, but we only follow his character in this first episode, but I really liked him. I'm not familiar with his work, but I liked him in this first episode, and his character is a really likable character. It's easy to root for him, and I think that is always a plus on a show. You need to be rooting for at least one character, and based on this first episode, I would say he is the main character, and be rooting for the main character is always good. So yeah, I liked his performance. Yeah, overall this is like a really theatrical show with really good looking people. Like, that's the basis. In conclusion, did I like it? Do I recommend it? I think it's pretty obvious that I liked it. I'm planning on watching the whole thing. It's just 7 episodes, so it's pretty easy to watch. And I would also say that it's pretty easy to binge watch. At least after watching the first episode, I really wanted to watch the second one. I didn't for the sake of this video, because I wanted to really focus only on the first episode and not be biased by the rest of the season. So I only watched the first one, but I really want to watch the rest. And I do recommend the show, although if you don't really like Ryan Murphy shows overall, or if you don't really like out there shows, I wouldn't really recommend it, because it's really, as I said a million times, really theatrical. It's the word I would use to summarize this season. And so yeah, if you're not really into that, I wouldn't really recommend, but overall I think the show will please most people. So yeah guys, these are my thoughts on the first episode of Hollywood. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the show, if you've watched it, if you're planning on watching it, and if you have any other shows you want me to review as a whole or just the first episode. Let me know if there's any upcoming shows that I might review the pilot. And yeah, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you in my next video.